Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. It's going to be echoey in here. Sorry, but this is option 2. Option 1 was the location I shot from yesterday. This is my new home. In the process of making it the permanent home, but this is going to be option 2 as far as a background for filming. Let me know which ones work best for you. There's some shadow boxes, which I'll put shadowy boxy things in. There'll be a TV there. Cool cool fireplace, some shelves and stuff for stuff. But let me know. But I wanted to tell you this information. This happened yesterday, and it's phenomenal news related to the Second Amendment. See, New York, when they passed the Concealed Carry Improvement Act, they said, you know what? All right, the Supreme Court in Bruin, they said the Supreme Court in the Bruin decision said that we have to give you guys your Second Amendment rights. So since we're getting slapped by the Supreme Court and we have to do this, we're going to make it impossible for you to carry anywhere once we give you that permit. And they created this sensitive place fiasco. Basically anywhere that was private property was made to be a gun-free zone, and even some people's homes, and the entire area of Times Square, and the list goes on and on. I've done numerous videos on that. And then Gun Owners of America took up the case. They sued, and the court that they went to, Judge Sotheby, actually called the CCIA, New York's Concealed Carry Improvement Act, unconstitutional 3 times. And throughout the process, he gave GOA a temporary restraining order saying New York couldn't enforce any of this until we had the hearing on the merits. And then when they had the hearing on the merits, they got a preliminary injunction. And then New York, both times with the TRO, the temporary restraining, and the injunction, they went to the Second Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, who's very anti-gun, and said, please let us be tyrants. Please do not force us to give freedom to our residents, our citizens, because there's a lot of residents who aren't citizens in New York. And both times the Second Circuit said, we do not like the Second Amendment. We shall allow you this cloak of tyranny. Well, in this latest version, when the Second Circuit put a stay on this decision, this stay can go forever. They can hold this for years because there's no requirement that the circuit court take it up at any certain time. There's no time frame that's required. It can just go forever. So in essence, the law has been called unconstitutional, but the circuit court said, stop. We'll hear it at some point, and we'll let you know. So I had conversations with the big bosses and the attorneys at Gun Owners of America, and I knew this was coming, and I was just waiting for the ability to talk to you all about it. Yesterday, GOA, they appealed to the United States Supreme Court and said, and I'm going to read you the opening paragraph because it's glorious, but they said to the court, listen, you guys and gals just told the New York powers that be in the Bruin decision that they can't do this. So what did they do? They did it times 10, and we want you to take this up and smack them quickly. And this can happen quickly is the best thing. This is not something that'll take a year in the Supreme Court's process. Literally, they could take this up today, and they could drop it today. So at any time, Clarence Thomas can say, I told you guys and gals once. Now I'm going to tell you again, and I'm going to be forceful about it. So it's phenomenal. This is the filing, and I will link this in the description for you. And I'm going to read you this little section here on page 1. And it says, to the Honorable Sonia Sotomayor, Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States and Circuit Justice for the Second Circuit. Now, they had to write it to her because she is the judge who oversees the emergency appeals in that Second Circuit. Now, I know what you're saying, she's anti-gun, but believe me, there's a very strong chance this is going to get taken up. It says, without providing any analysis or explanation, the Second Circuit has stayed a preliminary injunction issued by a federal district court in New York that was carefully designed to limit New York's enforcement of a sweeping gun control statute enacted as retaliation against New York gun owners for having prevailed in this court's decision in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin. The district court's injunction was supported by a detailed 184-page opinion meticulously tailored to follow this court's framework established in Bruin. In contrast, the Second Circuit's stay pending appeal was issued based only on a single assertion, yet with the effect of indefinitely suspending the protections afforded New Yorkers by the Second Amendment and affirmed by this court in Bruin. The Second Circuit's stay should be vacated in order to uphold the right of New Yorkers to keep and bear arms, as well as to vindicate the authority of this court over the circuit courts. Now, for those who remember, I did the video on June 23rd of this year, 2022, when the Bruin decision came down, and 8 days later, the Concealed Carry Improvement Act was enacted by Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York. It's been a mind game since. They've been trying to destroy the Second Amendment. GOA and others are trying to restore the Second Amendment. And guys and gals, this process, I told you, June till now, it's a very involved, very lengthy, very difficult legal process. I know the GOA attorneys, they are top notch. Steve and Rob, you guys are kicking ass. Please keep doing it. With that said, everybody, please join Gun Owners of America. If you're not a member, link is in my description, gunowners.org/gunsgadgets. I get nothing out of it. And if you are a member, please donate to them. I understand it's the holidays, but listen, this is 3 days before Christmas, and they're going to be going to the Supreme Court to defend the Second Amendment. And it's not only New York, because multiple states have already, post-Bruin, gone to this sensitive place model in New Jersey, California, Delaware, others. They're all following New York's lead because they got away with it. So this, going to the Supreme Court, is going to affect those states that are anti-gun and used to be may issue, because believe me, they're going to try to stop your freedom from happening. And this case is going to be a huge part of it. So join GOA. Donate to the cause if you haven't already. If you can, it's the cost of a large pizza to join for a year. And you know what? Instead of maybe a mystery gift to somebody, maybe you send a mystery donation to GOA. And if you want Second Amendment news, you want to stay up to date on the challenge of this CCIA to the Supreme Court, subscribe to Guns and Gadgets. I will give you that information every single day, even when I travel to distant lands. What do you think? Option 2? I'll obviously have to do something acoustically. Option 1 was the bar. Let me know. Guys and gals, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Until we see each other again, which will be soon, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe, because that's what it's for, and that's what we're going to keep it for. It's not going anywhere. See you in the next one, y'all. Take care.